Radio. Where's my audio? Yeah, audio. Oh wait.
Oh, we got a new achievement.
What did we get?
We got new achievement, 1,000 views total.
What? Congratulations, 32 subscribers. We did it. We got to 1,000 views, or 01000010000010000 for the bot that was actually doing that.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. You would know, I think, at least one or two Skinny Puppy songs.
Okay. I remember the band Skinny Puppy. I just don't know any of the songs, but yeah, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I heard that, but I never associated the name with the thing that's floating around in my head. But
so like Skinny Puppy, Ministry, the Butthole Surfers, and there's a couple other more obscure ones like Pigface and whatnot. They all had some members that would jump around between all those bands. So
you just triggered an earworm for me, Dave. I'm flying.
Yeah.
I'm flying away. I'm flying away. You don't know that song? Who Was in My Bed Last Night by the Butthole Surfers?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's like, I'm flying away. It's like 40 different voices doing it all creepy, weird. And then
I guess I never noticed that part.
Flying away.
Anyways, so
all the names of bands. Sorry, I'm on a soapbox. And I'm serious. This is my first drink. Okay. So this is not sloshy AJ, which will happen in about an hour. Dave's drinking straight bourbon. He's lying to you if he says it's water. The crazy names, like the attention grabber names, like Bare Naked Ladies. There was a no-name band called Free Beer. Well, they had a band name, but like it didn't really go. Free Beer. Butthole Surfers. Like they were like, I know what we'll call ourselves. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Wait, oh, that's taken. Fuck, we're going with Butthole Surfers. I knew it. Number 2.
Yeah. And like
I just froze.
You froze. Oh. In bands that I lost my. I did it again. Hold on.
Today's technical issues are brought to you by Sweetwater 420. We're not sponsored by them, and we probably never will be.
Testing 1, 2. There we go. And like useless information band names. When Kurt Cobain was looking for a name or trying to figure out a name for his band, and the name of his that he wanted to call his band was Skid Row.
No way.
Yep.
Would it have been like, so what you're saying is Nirvana would have been Skid Row? Or now, do you think that is a true story, or Kurt Cobain being very cynical and making fun of all of the bands that by his genre of music were completely put out of work?
That's possible. What the?
Like a stick in the eye kind of a thing. Like, oh yeah, we were going to try and be called, Skid Row. We really wanted that name. And then when they watched the interview on MTV later that month, they were laughing their asses off because they just figured out a way to make fun of Skid Row without making fun of Skid Row. I'm just going to make shit up. Just keep making it up.
So back to crazy band names.
Crazy band names. We're not even on like a set subject list for today, but we're for some reason we're hyper focused on crazy band names.
Yeah. By the way, this might be episode 11. Who knows? So dude, check this out. It might be, maybe not. I don't know. So,
this episode does go to 11.
Did you hear about that?
No.
They are coming out with Spinal Tap 2 with the original cast. Rob Reiner directing, Christopher Guest,
Lenny,
yeah, David No, that's David St. Hubbins. That's his real name. Nigel Tufnell and
Reginald something. No,
uh,
I can't remember.
I'm drawing a blank. I should
I
know
don't know
that.
the names, but all I know is this: I've seen the movie once in its entirety, but I like it lives on through all of the things you see on TV, all of the references in pop musician culture. There I am freezing again.
Harry Shearer. He's the bass player.
And Harry Potter and all
He does a lot of
his
voices
friends
for The
went
Simpsons.
straight to hell for practicing witchcraft.
See what this is what we do in show business. The other guy rambles on while the other person either coughs and goes on mute like Dave just did, or Googles it to make himself correct.
No, I didn't Google that one.
Oh,
I didn't Google Harry Shearer. I finally remember that one. I just can't think of Christopher Guest, Harry Shearer, and I can't think of the third guy. The drummer, the original drummer who the actor who played the original drummer did just recently pass away, even though he was one of the multiple. I think he spontaneously combusted in the movie.
Oh,
no,
yeah. It was a bass player, right?
No, he was the drummer. The drummers all die mysterious deaths.
I thought it was the bass players that was it?
No, it was always the drummer. Stumpy Joe.
Okay.
One of them died in a bizarre gardening accident. One choked on vomit, but they weren't really sure whose vomit it was, because you can't really dust for vomit.
Dust for Vaughn.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to do with this one? Like, are they going to
know.
take them? I mean, clearly they're older. They're not gonna pretend like it's the next day. They're clearly going to show.
No, they can't.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I definitely would get a group of guys together, folks together to go see it. So
I imagine they're going to treat it like a lot of these older rock bands are doing. You know, they're coming back for some, final cash in type tours.
we talked about earworms. I got an earworm yesterday from
Squirrel.
yesterday. Yes, yesterday or day before yesterday. It was definitely sometime this week. I posed a question to my team about a competitor, and the name of their company is Devo. And you'd think that would be the earworm that I got, but we've talked about Devo so much that I just kind of said, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it. But then somebody said, they said to make fun of the name and said, what's next? Flock of seagulls, and boom, there was earworm in, and it just stuck in there. So and it's that I run so far away, like that the only song that they're popular for. So we had a team meeting today, and I like to start my team meetings. I get in a little early to the meeting. I start Zoom up and I play a song on iTunes until the team is assembled, and I stop. And you knew it was going to be today. It was the Flock of Seagulls song, and they actually enjoyed it. A lot of folks were like, who the hell is this? But others were like, yeah, nice. I haven't heard the song in about a minute. So
I saw them at Royal Oak Music Theater.
yeah.
Were you there for the EG show?
Yes, I went to that show. I mentioned that to the folks today. I said I saw in 2000s ish. I saw a Flock of Seagulls.
Yep. Yeah, I was backstage and got walked right past. I don't know the guy's name. The hair.
Couldn't tell you. All I know is that guy is does not want to hear any suggestions from the audience. Didn't he go off on somebody that show?
I don't know. I was just backstage. I really didn't.
Oh, we walked around with your pass, showing everybody. That's the second reference I've made to that with you.
I saw the posters they had on the wall for Flock of Seagulls at that show.
Yeah,
had the old 80s pictures.
Oh, that would piss me off. Yeah, that
and only one of the guys was left in the band at that time. That was before they did their Bands Reunited. Did you ever see that series, Bands Reunited?
No.
It was on VH1, probably in the 2010-ish, 2008. And this guy, it was a really good show. He'd go around trying to reconnect old bands from the 80s. And he would bring a record, track down the guy, ask him if they want to do a one-off show with the original band members.
Yeah.
And they'd have to sign their name on the record to buy in for the thing. And he's probably successful around, I don't know, 70% of the time getting the bands to play together. So he got bands like Flock of Seagulls, Haircut 100, quite a few obscure bands, and yeah, it was a good show. Okay, loop back around.
Wow, how do we get back to the subject?
Squirrel.
So many
Crazy band names.
crazy band names. Look, I wonder how these band names originated on some of them, like Tool. Like it sometimes can be referred to as like those guys are just you're a tool, dude. You're such a tool.
Right.
I'm tooling around. It doesn't seem to carry like a good connotation to it at all, right? Just
Right.
that was the word of the day today.
You know, that's a subject that I like to learn about on bands, and like the band Three Dog Night.
Yeah.
You know how they got their name, right?
No, lay it on me.
So I'm not sure what country. It might be Alaska, but with just paraphrasing and not knowing the exact details, because of how cold it would get at night, when they're out camping or doing something, they would sleep with their sled dogs or something along that lines.
Okay.
And when the colder the night is, the more dogs you would huddle. So at that point, it was a 3-dog night. And that's an actual true story. I just can't remember if it was Alaska or whatever, northern Canada or
that story could have gone so dark so quickly.
I guess so.
I mean, you could have just said it, so we just would have to throw 3 dogs on the fire just to keep it going. I mean, that could have been it, man.
Yeah, it could have got bad.
That is a good story though. Like that you to stay warm, you had to basically get into a pile with your dogs. And I'm sure those dogs loved it. They're like, this is the best life ever.
Billy Idol, he got his name because in school, his teacher didn't think very highly of him and said, Billy, you're never going to amount to anything in life. You're going to be idle. So he took that and turned it to a different type of idol in White Wedding.
White Wedding.
So that's a neat story.
That's awesome.
Oh. Yeah, then there's the classic ones like the Beatles. They were fans of the Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
I wonder if I wondered about some of this, like there's how do I put this? Like there's things that I don't know, obviously. And I kind of go, there's a whole domain out there that I have no freaking clue about. So I thought about this when that Superman movie came out. Was it Superman or League of Justice League? It was the one recently where Aquaman and Wonder Woman and Superman and Batman the Superman comes back to life after being dead. Anyways, the villain in this one was this creature called Steppenwolf.
Huh.
And there's the band Steppenwolf. And I'm like, there's a story there. Is it like a Norse mythology type thing? And I never really got a chance to look into it, but I like the name of that band. I like the band.
The band, that's another one. What should we call our band? What's the name of the band? You always get that question. What's the name of the band? The band? Yeah, man, the band.
It'll be so easy for us to remember.
It's the band. Yeah.
Okay, so Steppenwolf is an American Canadian rock band. What is that? Hey, we're gonna go meet some guys from Detroit, you hoser. We're gonna get into a band. It's gonna be called Steppenwolf. It's gonna be awesome.
We'll be on drugs mostly. Where's the? I don't know. That's the. I don't know. In my quick Google searches, I'm trying to find. It doesn't really say how they got their name here in Wikipedia. Fail. Okay, so interesting.
So Steppenwolf is a novel written in 1927. But Steppenwolf, the character, does appear in DC Comics as early as 72. But I think Steppenwolf predates that comic, so I would assume that it's probably something else. We'll have to dig into that. Maybe I'll do a little quick video on Steppenwolf.
There's another band from the 70s, part of the what they now call yacht rock. 10cc. Do you know what that name refers to?
No.
You know the band I'm talking about. The song "I'm Not in Love." 10cc. It has to do with the average bodily fluid, the average amount of bodily fluid that comes out.
Say what?
Okay, enough said.
Yeah, something along that lines. I found some videos from my archive of the band that I was in, Ultra Fizz 9000.
Oh yeah.
Playing at Rivertown Saloon, and for our last song we do The Rat, and you join us. So
Do you have that?
I have that video.
No. This is so far away from where we started ad hoc in the first place, which is band names. But Ultra Fizz 9000, there's a name. What is it? Is it a soda pop? Is it a science experiment?
That was the phase when all the new bands were coming out. Was Power Man 5000, Blink 182, all the different numbers. So we're like, let's just find some obscure number. And I don't know how Ultra Fizz came into the play, but we have ultimately dropped the 9000 and just became Ultra Fizz for a period of time. Let's see, is this it?
On bass, we got Andrea.
Sounds so young, dude.
I know, I sound so stupid too.
No, everyone thinks they sound stupid.
No, I say such stupid things. My loving wife.
I'm main vocals. Hello, my wife. And my daughter.
Just trying to get laid, dude. Hey. Hey.
They call me Evil Dave.
I had some people from work there that night.
Was I running? Elaney?
Yeah, that was your Laney, and I think I was running Marshall at the time. I think we surprised you with the way we were dressed when we showed up. I had like black nail polish on and eyeliner and
Yeah. I was like, how do you get to know me, guys?
yeah, camo pants and yeah.
I just showed up with my bag shirt
Oh,
on.
that was your swag look.
Was khakis and a t-shirt.
I'll read. I didn't have that for Really Rottens. Anyways. I can't remember who was filming this. But like Keith introduces us, so at the beginning of the show, he's up there and
Did he manage you guys for a while or no?
no, he would he set up a couple shows, but basically it was stuff where you guys couldn't make it to, like Detroit IO Cafe. You guys had to cancel, but he still had the show. So we went and played with the W Vibe. I don't know if you remember them.
Oh,
They're-
W5, yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of their songs recorded somewhere. Them and the Subtles. They were like a Beatles knockoff style. I don't know why I remember those. I think that banner that he had on his drum kit, whenever we played with the band, he would have them sign the back of it just in case anybody ever made it big.
Sounds like something from Albert Dave.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I can chop
It's
some
one
of
of
that
those
down.
episodes where our viewers are like, I just can't sit around and listen to you guys talk for an hour. I'm like, yeah, well, apparently we don't have anything to say that's interesting to you.
So what have we figured out today? What have we
So let's look back on today's episode.
no new gear, have stuff on order. I have 2 pedals.
Dude,
I've got, they're not, I think total shipped from England, it's like 80 some dollars. So
it'll get here in a year. It's no worries.
no, they actually come pretty quick. I think they'll be here in a week or 2.
I'm still waiting for my Space Echo. Sweetwater, if you're out there listening to us, if you might be a half a listener or subscriber, please put me at the top of the list. Yeah.
The Golden Plexi, the one that's it sounds just like Marshall, heavily overdriven Marshall.
Yeah.
That's a cool effect. And then the other one is a tremolo.
It's a tremolo.
So I saw something interesting, and it's something that it was a screw up by Leo Fender. He called his whammy bar, or his bar, he called it a tremolo bar, which in reality it doesn't do what a tremolo effect is, which is your volume up and down. It does more of a
note?
vibrato, or so I guess vibro bar or vibrato bar just didn't have the ring to it, so he called it a tremolo bar, and it doesn't actually do tremolo.
Yeah, that is, huh? And it's stuck.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if all the other Floyd Rose, Bigsby, if they call it tremolo, or if that's licensed by Fender.
Tremolo or tremolo?
I guess it depends on what coast you're on.
Maybe. Yeah.
What time zone, whatever your exchange rate is.
See, that's how we got the whammy bar. He's, I don't know what it's fucking called. Let's call it a whammy bar, man.
Whammy.
Everyone went, yeah, that's groovy. Let's call it a whammy bar.
Let's
Are you
see.
learning anything new on guitar right now?
I haven't played in about 2 weeks actually. It's bad.
They're gonna take your guitars away.
I know.
We gotta edit that out, dude.
Whenever I'm gonna, I show people a picture of all my guitars and whatnot. They're like, oh, do you play? I was like, no, I just collect.
They're worth money.
But,
It's not a
yeah.
depreciation. Those guitars will we talked about pedals and like the ridiculous nature of a pedal. It's run for a year. There's only 1,000 of them. Most of them get smashed up on stages. Same with guitars. There's a couple I want to get because of the sound. I can only do so much with a Strat, even with the humbucker in it. I'd love to get another made in Mexico Strat and trick it out with active pickups, Dremel out, or drill out a battery box for it, make it really look nice, or find one that's already done. So I could do heavier stuff. I'm still looking around. I almost bought one. I saw it. It's a mini Jackson the other day at Guitar Center, and I'm like, I don't need it for what I'm working on right now, but I would love to have it just for some really heavy stuff, because it's just like three humbuckers. I mean, geez. Yeah. And then I'm kind of still looking for a Gretsch.
Yeah, they're the 6220 I think.
I know what you're talking about. Like the ones I had two of them. The big.
I thought that was like, those are like the 6120s.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
the 6220 is a little bit thinner line.
Okay. Yeah.
And they make, I almost got one of those too recently. There's one that they call the walnut. I think it goes for around 400. And then there's a couple other colors. I don't know if it has something a little bit different, but they're around 500. But yeah, I think that's next.
Yeah. I know what I can get with the bigger hollow bodies, and I definitely need do I need one? Do I need one? I don't think
Yeah.
it completes the ability for me like a toolbox. It has the ability to do some things that the Fender Stratocaster and even a chugging, Jackson Charvel or whatever can't do. And so yeah, and I think that would be it. I've already got a bass that is it's a workhorse. It does everything I need it to do. So I noodled around with Dave Allison's Gibson once.
The black one, that was a special. No,
I'm not sure, but I mean, it is the thing I didn't like about it. It's a nice guitar. It sounds great. It was too heavy for
yeah,
stage. Like here, I wouldn't complain about the weight at all. Right, I'm sitting most of the time. But on stage, I'm pretty active moving around. I don't know if I'm as active as I used to be. I mean, if I went out today on stage, I would not be jumping around nearly as much. Probably not at all. But it was just the neck was too thick for me to play like I could on a thinner neck, like a Strat. So yeah, to see Slash play a guitar like that and just shred, I'm like, he's got to have fingers like tree trunks because it's a thick necked guitar.
well, the one that I had, remember I had a 1960 classic 1960. It was a reissue of the 1960 Les Paul. I had that Sunburst one that we recorded Gloria with.
Oh
You remember?
yeah.
That the 1960, the reason why that one was so popular is that one had more of a Fender style neck, real thin.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I like that one, because yeah, the baseball bats that most of the Les Pauls are, it's an acquired taste feel.
I just found myself having to take the guitar and bringing it up more so that I could play what I wanted to play versus like with Strat, I could bring it down more and my fingers were fine.
And that's probably why Slash and a lot of the players play a Les Paul.
Like this,
yeah.
Got to get it up there. Yeah. So I'm not seeking a Gibson, maybe an SG. That would be a badass guitar. Maybe
I saw someone recently call the SG Gibson's Stratocaster.
I'm buying that.
So
yeah, I mean, I've seen that there are like 3 different kinds that are licensed through a couple different companies. But the Gibson, it is the Gibson SG, right? That is and you could see it. They did a comparison of like this red Gibson SG or that same comparative look, right? Some of them had really wood grain. You could see the wood grain in it. Some of them didn't have the wood grain at all. Some were solid body and neck, which is I think what the Gibson SG actually is. It's a solid body.
yeah.
Some of them are bolted on neck.
And then some had the tremolo bar on it.
The whammy bar?
The whammy bar.
Whammy.
The twangy bar. I don't know.
But
yeah, like the one that Robbie Krieger from the Doors, I believe that one had a tremolo bar, similar to like how a Fender Mustang would have a tremolo bar, but the Music Masters didn't. Just enough to move it a little bit. Yeah, an SG. I've been torn with SGs my whole life. I love Black Sabbath and of course Time Iommi SGs. for a good portion of my life, I could not stand AC/DC.
Say what?
For some reason. I appreciated them early and much later, but there was a whole period there that I was like, I just can't stand the look, and I can't stand Angus Young with his up and down, but playing that SG. So I just did not want to get an SG for that reason, some superficial, stupid reason.
Here we go. That's it. That's interesting because so Samantha Fish plays a Gibson SG, and she plays. Maybe this is a different version of it. Maybe it'll sound less like shit. Yeah, you can watch the rest of this. It's clear, like when I watch this, like, and I like the song too. It's kind of cool. I like blues. They gave her the most solo time out of anybody else on the
Oh
set,
yeah,
which was kind of
I
cool.
never heard of her.
She's actually playing here, I think this month. I think in Athens, where Georgia College is, or not Georgia College, UGA, University of Georgia. So, yeah, I just happened across her one night on the internet. She was like, they were in between songs, the band was off stage, and she did an acoustic version of one of her songs. I'm like, fuck, this is great. So I started checking her out, and she's got some good stuff.
I'll have to look for that.
Yeah. I don't know how did we get on that? Oh, Gibson SGs, that's why.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
God.
This is like the Squirrel episode.
this episode is brought to you by
Squirrel.
and tennis balls. Squirrel. Yes, and tennis balls. We will definitely call this the Squirrel episode. It goes to 11.
What's other famous SG players?
Oh, well, there's Angus, right, from AC/DC. Doesn't the
Double neck.
oh yeah,
SG.
Brian May, right?
No.
He played a double neck SG, or does he play an
No.
SG himself? Didn't he have
No,
one?
nope. His guitar he built from a piece of a mantle from him, and his dad built a guitar, and that's been his mainstay his whole career.
Oh, okay. All right.
The double neck SG, Jimmy Page,
Oh yeah.
Stairway, and I think is it the Rain Song? I forget what other song he plays on a few songs. But yeah, SG is just not a super popular, but the notable people that play it are super cool. Who else plays in SG? Alex Lifeson played a double neck SG for a bit on a couple songs.
Lenny Kravitz has played one. Jimi Hendrix played one. Not that it was his main guitar.
Yeah.
See, it's funny. I see pictures of Brian May with a Gibson SG. That's what I wonder.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I've never noticed one. He's always played his homemade guitar. That's what made him famous. The Brian May. I don't even know what you would.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look, and I'll just see nothing but pictures of SGs, and I want one now. Bad. Who's the guitarist from Dire Straits? The singer from Dire Straits. He's got a Gibson SG.
Mark Knopfler.
Dude, you're a fucking encyclopedia. I hate you.
That guy is
Tommy Iommi.
unbelievable. Oh, well, yeah, we mentioned Black Sabbath, Tommy Iommi, but Mark Knopfler, he's a multi-talented producer, guitar player, composer. I mean, the whole what was that soundtrack? The Princess Bride. I think that was all Mark Knopfler.
Did you ever answer the question? What are you learning new? You said you haven't played anything, so I guess not.
The last song, I've been learning a couple. I don't know if you want to call them rockabilly surf style. Rumble. That one's kind of cool.
Cool.
simple. And I can't remember the name of the song.
It's gonna just play it, man. Just play it. If you don't know the name of the song, just fucking play it, mate.
If I can find a guitar pick here.
I got
a billion.
a pen over here somewhere.
I got a billion of them here.
I should give you one. That'd be hilarious. Here you go, dude. Here it is. I got
Thank
it.
you.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. It's my favorite color too.
Did you give me a red one?
Yeah, it's the only kind you use.
Okay. That is. Why am I drawing a blank?
The way your sparkling ears lay
Ah.
against your skin so brown. I wanna sleep with you in the desert night. A billion stars all around. I got a peaceful, easy living. I'm learning it. Let you down. I'm all. Oh yeah. All right, right here. Ooh. Oh, I changed the tuning. Never mind. Anyways,
Peaceful, easy feeling.
yes.
Mr.
Here's the
Glenn
thing.
Fry from Michigan.
And it's tuned down, by the way. I was like, why is
Yeah.
it so easy? And I realized that I had tuned it flat. So here we are, a mishmash of thoughts, random, confusing, lost, Googled, found again, various subjects. We're calling this the Squirrel episode, folks, because we squirreled the shit out of this one, right, Dave?
Yeah, it was one of those unplanned episodes.
Yeah, we got some good ones coming up. We're trying to save the good stuff for the good episodes. There's a lot of surprises.
Yeah, we got some surprises coming.
Yeah.
But we need you to share and tell your friends. Check out some of our videos. Let us know some topics you'd like to have us talk about, or if it's videos you want us to react to. Comment below.
Subscribe. Come on, we're gonna try to get to 1,000. We gotta buy Dave that cable. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next episode.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Stop touching me, squirrel. Feel like when you adjust your camera, you're trying to show me something that I should see.
No, I'm just trying to center stuff.
Okay, yeah. So like, I should just do this. Like, there we go. Kidding.
Hope
Yeah.
you froze.
I know. It looked like I was really high too. Oh, that'll make the blooper reel. Today's show is brought to you by. Oh, look at that. That was fancy. Come on, camera. What in the F?